Welcome to another edition of the show. Sami Zayn admits he's apprehensive about his wife. Appearing on WWE TV, Sami Zayn is hesitant for his wife, Khadijah Sebei, to become a fixture on WWE programming. Sebei has featured heavily in Zayn's storylines over the past few years. She was front and center during his Universal Championship challenge against Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber 2023 in their hometown of Montreal, Canada. More recently, she witnessed her husband end Gunther's historic Intercontinental Championship run at WrestleMania 40. Following the emotional win, she played a big part in Chad Gable's heel turn when he German suplexed Zayn out of his wife's arms at ringside. Before we continue, do not forget to like and subscribe. Speaking on the Gorilla Position podcast, Zayn was asked about his wife's increasing involvement during his matches, and he responded that although he loves her support, he wants to protect her from the public eye. Extremely private my whole career and my whole life actually, Zayn said. But I shielded her specifically from it because A, she didn't sign up for it, and B, I just don't think she's built for criticism, the kind of criticism that these monsters online sometimes hurl at us, especially the women or whatever. And I just didn't want to expose her to that. Somehow or another, she ended up kind of involved in the story when we did the match in Montreal. She really did add a dimension to that, a whole other layer, because it was so legitimate. And you were in the building that night, the feelings in the building were very real. It was just unbelievable, so that kind of opened the floodgates. So now she's been featured once or twice more. But I'm a little apprehensive always because people have been kind towards her. But I just don't want people to not be kind towards her. Cause that would really hurt me, because I know it would really hurt her. Following his WrestleMania success, Paul Levesque stated that Zayn reminded him of another wrestler who repeatedly had great matches at the show of shows, Shawn Michaels. After Levesque's comment, Zayn revealed he was honored to be mentioned. Wrestler to succeed is the perfect gimmick. Here are the 10 best characters in pro wrestling history. Professional wrestling is a sport incomparable to most sports. It isn't just about the in-ring actions and amazing moves that a person can perform, it's also about talking to the crowd, their opponents, and creating stories that can captivate an audience. It's about creating larger-than-life characters that you wouldn't see in sports like the UFC or the NBA. Similar to something you would see on your favorite television show or movie, especially a company like WWE with a global audience. While these wrestlers can also be considered great between the ropes, they most likely wouldn't last if they weren't. These wrestlers are easily the best of the best when it comes to gimmicks and character work in all of professional wrestling. Tribal Chief Roman Reigns became the top name in WWE for 4 years straight. If someone tried to say that Roman Reigns was in the conversation for best professional wrestling characters, say 10 or even 6 years ago, they would most likely be laughed out of the building. Now though, with this run as the Universal Champion and Tribal Chief, it is almost nuts to try and argue that Reigns isn't in that conversation. It's